know those DVD collection sets that you find in a bargain bin at a Walmart or a Best Buy that have 20 or so movies, usually pertaining to a certain theme, like 20 epic space adventures and 24 zombie apocalypse movies? Well, I'm a big fan of movies like that because they usually have just a ton of really bad B movies, and being a B movie buff, that's perfect for me because usually they're like $5, so I can get like 100 or so movies for, $15 or so, and I just can enjoy the hell out of them. And today I'm going to be reviewing one such movie from one of these collections, and this one in particular comes from a collection that has the likes of Alien Species, The Doomsday Machine, and The Day the Sky Exploded. Now, you know you're in for a real treat with titles like that come movie night, and this movie is no exception. Now, the movie we're about to review is, well, it's a humble little mid-70s sci-fi adventure film with, neurotic robots, exotic aliens, epic space battles to blow your mind, and the fuck did this come from? Anyways, this is Star Odyssey. If it wasn't already obvious, Star Odyssey is another in a long line of Italian-made films that are blatant knockoffs of much more popular Hollywood films. For instance, when Ridley Scott's Alien came out, Italy belched out Alien 2 on Earth, hoping us Americans would be stupid enough to think it was an actual Alien sequel and buy it. So basically, the Italian film industry was like the Asylum. Before the Asylum existed. Which goes to show you that the Asylum has not one shred of originality to its name. Anyways, the film opens on... Good God! What the hell is that? Did the universe just explode? Did God hand the reins over to Michael Bay or something? Holy shit! So after that strange opening, we are treated to what I can only describe as the single most catchy theme song I have ever heard. No, seriously, this song is fucking awesome. If I was in the 70s and I had a barely working synthesizer and I had to convey the sheer epicness of space where adventure was around every corner, well, this is the song I'd end up writing. Sure, it's a little corny, but damn it if it doesn't stay with you. Just listen. I want that song as my fucking ringtone! So after a jarring edit, we end up on some sort of space station where everyone's on high alert after spotting an alien ship entering the solar system. Naturally, when the space police try to pull the ship over, Commander Psoriasis here just says, "Fuck the police!" and promptly vaporizes the ship sent to intercept them. Star Command here tries to stop the ship from reaching Earth, only for the Killer Croc to unleash the deadly power of stock footage.
Survivor 0. Military installations totally destroyed.
They're continuing to destroy all our military bases. After they knocked out London, they started on Accra.
There are no survivors at Adelaide, and Tokyo Sub says the Okinawa base is just a junkyard.
Now you see, that's why Starfleet doesn't let Captain Kirk have shore leave. 5 minutes without him and the Federation just falls the fuck apart. The Commander, who I suspect is the reanimated corpse of Walt Disney, quickly realizes this new menace has them outmatched, and that their only hope may very well rest with one of their own diabolical supervillains.
In spite of the lack of official information, the papers are already talking about an invasion. It'll take a miracle to save us now.
If anyone can work miracles, Professor Maury can.
Professor Maury? Who's he?
Maury is a truly exceptional scientist. He has a degree of intelligence that puts him about 2 centuries ahead of everyone else.
Why isn't he working with us?
Because he's too independent, stubborn, and undisciplined.
And it just so happens that Captain Morgan here is trying to get into Maury's niece's pants, so he might be able to convince him to help. We then cut to an establishing shot of a distant planet. Wait, no, that's Maury's forehead. Anyways, Maury dumps some exposition on his niece and shows us that, despite being an evil genius, he can't seem to replace the door to his safe and has to use his mind powers to open it. Well, it turns out, Maury doesn't mind helping the human race because, even though he's clearly a supervillain, he doesn't have the usual villain stupidity. He realizes he can't rule the world as some asshole with a skin condition enslaves it first, so he convinces Clint Mustachio, savior of the universe here, to agree to break out some friends of his from a space prison. And by convinces, I mean he hypnotizes the poor fucker. Well, if it wasn't already obvious that the bald guy in the huge robe with the giant fuck-off collar was evil, it is now. Anyway, Maury then sends his niece, Irene, to find and recruit another member for his evil ragtag band of heroes. And it's Spider-Man? No, this is Dirk, and he happens to have the same magic powers as Maury. However, where Maury uses his mind powers for stupid things like opening doors and controlling the minds of simpletons, Dirk uses it to get girls and cheat at gambling. Of course, mind powers can only get you so far, and when the casino staff realizes who Dirk is, he gets his ass handed to him. Irene shows up afterward and invites him back to Maury so he can explain the situation. Dirk accepts, partly because he also wants to get into Irene's pants, and meets with Private Poser to steal a ship and head off to the space station to bust out Maury's old partners. Once on the station, Wait, sorry, I must have switched over to wrestling. Shit, give me a minute. No, this is the movie. Well, this was fucking random. Well, to tell you the truth, this is actually way more interesting than wrestling. This is a boxing match between Norman and the android Hercules 4. Why there are robot unhuman boxing matches is beyond me, but it's certainly fucking epic, because Norman, apparently, is the toughest motherfucker in the universe. This fight isn't even fair, for the robot, and the ref for that matter. Norman can apparently summon a stunt trampoline at will because he bounces around the ring like Spider-Man fighting Bonesaw, and it ends just as quickly. For some weird reason, the movie cuts between this fight and Dirk back at the casino cheating again. Then another scene that pretty much shows Lord Psoriasis bidding for ownership of the Earth, even though he apparently bought it before the movie started. To be honest, the editing in this movie is so shitty that I think the editor was drunk when he cut this. What the hell is going on? I mean, did Christopher Nolan break into the editing room or something? Anyways, after that weird interlude, the film returns to Dirk and Blaze's facial hair, breaking out Maury's friends Bridget and Sean, though they were already in the process of breaking out themselves. Sadly, this escape attempt fails, but thankfully Dirk and Smack gently manage to convince the warden to... we could come back if you're busy, Warden. Really.
It's a good thing you're not from the department.
Why? Do they generally frown on people having a midget under their desk to give them a handy? Anyway, Spidey manages to convince the warden to release Sean and Bridget. And by convince, I mean fuck his mind harder than a David Lynch film. Sheesh, you'd think you'd enjoy it more. This works, despite turning the warden into a gibbering wreck as a result.
I propose that we reward the good conduct and excellent behavior that has made you a model to all the prisoners on moon space. And so I intend to... to shorten your sentences by the remaining 78 years.